magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. So AB be the straight current carrying conductor, and a point P where we need to find the magnetic field due to this wire AB, and through this wire I current passes. So your current element is I del L, and this current element is making an angle theta with the displacement vector, and from this del L element, the distance of this del L element from this point P is R. So we will use Biot-Savart's law to find magnetic field at point P due to this current carrying conductor. Clear? I current is passing through this wire. So del B, your del B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I del L sin theta divided by R square. And to get the magnetic field at point P due to the whole wire AB, you have to integrate it 0 to B to get the total magnetic field due to this wire AB of finite length. And angle theta 1 to theta 2. So one end of the wire is making an angle theta 1 with the displacement vector of AP at the point A, and with the displacement vector BP, this wire is making an angle theta 2. So the limit is theta 1 to theta 2. Theta 1 to theta 2. So if we are able to do this much calculation, we can find the magnetic field at point P due to this wire AB. Clear? Yes. Now so many problems. There are 3 variables and you cannot integrate. One is del L. That is, what is del L? If this length is L and this extended length is del L. Clear? So as theta changes from theta 1 to theta 2, listen carefully what I am saying. As theta changes from theta 1 to theta 2, what will change? This L will change. So obviously del L will change. So L is varying. Obviously this R is also varying. R is also changing as we move from theta 1 to theta 2. Here you see R is equal to D, and again here R is something different. So this displacement vector is also changing. So 3 things are changing. That is, L is changing as we goes from theta 1 to theta 2, because this distance is not fixed. This distance is in negative direction and this distance keeps on increasing up to theta 2. So L is changing. Your theta is changing as we move from theta 1 to theta 2. Here it is acute, here it is obtuse, and here it is nightingale. So there are 3 variables. So it is almost impossible to integrate. So we need to convert all these variables into a single variable. Clear? So if this is theta, this is going to be pi minus theta, and yet D is constant. This is not changing. When we move from theta 1 to theta 2, this distance is fixed. So we can use this. This D is fixed. So we can first we will change L. So we will do some work. This, let this be equation 1. So your, if this is pi minus theta, if this is D, then your L is equal to cot pi minus theta into d. So d is your constant, and cot pi minus theta is equal to minus cot theta into d, where d is the distance. Now if we differentiate, or taking differential both sides, so del L is equal to cot theta is minus cosec square theta. So if we differentiate dl by d theta, cot theta is minus cosec square theta. So minus of minus cosec square theta, minus cosec square theta, minus of minus cosec square theta into d. So your dl is equal to minus minus plus. So it is cosec square theta into d theta. Clear? So we will use this equation and we will replace dl by this. Now coming to another variable. So one variable del L is now converted to theta. There were three variables. Now one variable is converted into the term theta. So one job is done, and next job is to convert another variable in terms of d and theta. So another variable is r. So what is r? Let us use our trigonometry of 10th standard. Sin pi minus theta. Sin pi minus theta. Sin pi minus theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse, that is your d by r, and sin pi minus theta is your sin theta. So your sin theta is equal to d by r. Clear? So your r is equal to d by sin theta, that is d cosec theta. So you will also use, now your r is also in terms of theta. So we will use these equations. This is B2. So putting the value of 2 and 3 in equation number 1. So I will need some space here, and your integration of dB 0 to b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I constant, it is not changing. And for del L, what I will write, del L, for del L will cosec square theta into d theta. So for del L we can write cosec square theta into d theta for del L, and also sin theta is there. So sin theta divided by r square. In r square is your d square cosec square theta. So r square is d square cosec square theta. Cosec square get cancelled. Clear? And your limit theta 1 to theta 2. So for del b, integration of del b, it becomes b. So it is b here, and is equal to mu naught by 4 pi theta 1 to theta 2. I is constant, so I will come out of integration. D and d square gets cancelled, only d remains. So d will come to the denominator, only d. I d is only sin theta d theta left. Sin theta d theta left. Clear? So your b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I by d, and integration of sin theta is minus cos theta, is minus cos theta, and limit is theta 1 to theta 2. And so your b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I by d into minus common, so it is cos theta, theta 1 to theta 2. So your B is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi I by d into cos of theta 2 minus cos of theta 1. Now if minus sign is brought inside the bracket, it is turning to be mu naught by 4 pi I divided by d into cos of theta 1 minus cos of theta 2. So this is the result when this is theta 1 and this is your theta 2, and we will use this result in doing our numerical problems. So do the derivation very carefully. This is a very important derivation. How to find the magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor at a point P which is at a distance d from the straight wire, and your result, final result, is mu naught by 4 pi I by d cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So bio students, be careful while performing the integration, and please make a note that this is a very simple integration, so don't think that this is not going to be asked. It is very much important for all, be it math student or be it bio students. Okay.